All right, y'all. So plant garden time is full and fat. Garden time full of fat. So I'm just out here today. I guess I'd do a video. Anybody that wanted, interested in growing some food for the first time. Welcome to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Cosmic Roots, where we like to grow food, for the fam. We like to grow food, try to eat everything we grow. But I just want to do a video for y'all, let y'all know we out here. So we over here with tomatoes over here. Y'all see I got my little chair over there where I've been sitting in the shade. See, I got this thing called a shade cloth, right? Because, bruh, I don't know what's going on, but man, the UVs is crazy. Like, the temperature matters too, but the sun intensity on these plants, you kind of want to start, especially living in the South, you might want to start investing in you some shade cloth, man. I paid $20 for this right here. This is a 40% shade cloth, 10 by 20 right here, right? So I've been buying them for the last couple years. Got them over my tomatoes, so my tomatoes won't be getting all. Damn, we're gonna be in the 90s next. We're supposed to be in the low 90s next week. So they're supposed to hit 90 already in April. So that's crazy. So like I said, the springs here don't last that long. We get a spring for about a good 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You get to enjoy your little spring weather. But yeah, I got my little okra. Man, I gotta do something about my cats, man. Coming here, digging up. You already know what they doing, man. I know that ain't good at all. But oh well, man. I can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? They coming back here digging up. Probably boo-boo. I ain't no telling what they doing right there. I hope they ain't. Anyway, but here go my okras I'm growing from seed right here. As you see, I got them sitting up under the shade cloth so they can't get, beat down by the sun because they some little baby seedlings. But yeah, I got these one I got on my website right now on the Etsy. Check it. That's in the link in the description. You want to check them out. Motherland okra, and I'm growing a new variety right here also. It's a cowhorn. So hopefully we'll be able to have some seed with those also in the future. Yeah, those motherland okra seeds I'm gonna plant out probably soon as my onions get done. Soon as the onions get done. Yeah, so we out here, like I said, I want to show y'all a full video because I've been doing a lot of shorts lately. But yeah, everything working out fine with the shade cloth. Despite the sun coming over from rising from the east and start on the other side over there and come all the way over here. So what happens is in the beginning of the day, this side of the tomatoes get the full sun. It get the full sun, and as they go by, it go to the other side, and then this gets shaded. I mean, this get full sun and that gets shaded, so it switches sides for me. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, everything doing good so far. Over here with the tomatoes, man. Hopefully we'll be getting some tomatoes soon. Let me see if I can find some. Some of them might have some little baby tomatoes on them already. Let's see. Man, don't pay them with no mind, man. I killed them. Why? I broke them by mistake. It ain't died. It's gonna grow on side shoots now. But I broke it by mistake, man, when I was planting it. But it's all good. It's all good. Someone getting a few flowers on it. Let's see. Oh, there goes some. Boom. See that? There goes some cherry tomatoes. I forgot to tell you what kind it was. I'm tripping. These are my sun sugar. Now, I could have grown both sun sugar and sun gold. I like cherry tomatoes, man. Regular tomatoes don't really do good for me in these areas. Probably, I'm still learning how to grow them, so, hey, bear with me. But I ain't grow none this year. I ain't got time for that. Because the one I grew last year, didn't none of them do right. The tomato plant did good. But for some reason, man, I always get the blossom end right. I don't know. I know I probably need, my soil might be lacking calcium or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna try it again next year. But I had grew some on my grandma on side of her house. Rest in power to my grandma. I had grew some on the side of her house, and her came out did pretty good. And the ones I grew in the very front of my house, they did pretty good. But back here, it's like the soil. I got to get the soil test done to see what's going on. Cause my regular tomatoes don't ever come out that great. My cherry tomatoes do good. These are the sun sugar, like I said, right? Now you got the sun gold, and then you got the sun sugar. Now there's a bit to debate about which ones are better. I've never tried the sun sugar. I always tried the sun golds. This year I'm trying the sun sugar. Nothing but sun sugar. I want to see if I plant nothing but sun sugar, would I like them? And if I end up liking the sun gold better, I'm just gonna go back to sun gold. So I ain't even give the sun gold a chance this year. So I ain't gonna have no choice but to eat the sun sugar this year. We like to make a lot of pico de gallo. How you pronounce it? You know what I'm talking about. So we like to make a lot of that. We keep that in our refrigerator every day, all day. We eat it every day. So these tomatoes gonna be the one we use. These cherry tomatoes gonna be the one we use to make our pico with anyway. But yeah, they doing pretty good. I see a few more over there got some cherry tomatoes on them already. But yeah, I got my little Florida weed trellis is what's holding them up, as you see, the little white lines. But yeah, they doing pretty good, man. Got my little drip tape on them. You know what I'm saying? Got my little drip tape on them. So they should do what they supposed to do over here. They should do what they supposed to do over here. Over here, I planted my watermelon today. Now, these are the Crimson Sweet seeded watermelons. I like mine seeded. Now, I ain't got nothing against seedless watermelon, but I just like to eat. I like mine with the seeds on them. It's a man thing, you know. Do your research. But I like mine with the seeds in them. You know what I'm saying? I eat a seedless one, but I like to eat the seeds in my watermelon also. But you see, I got this. I already know you plastic haters gonna have something to say. Ain't nothing wrong with being a plastic hater, but hey, it is what it is. But if you got the kind of weave I got, I tried that dang pine straw. It just didn't work out for your boy. It didn't work out for your boy. Man, me and my son was out here every day pulling weed, trying that with that pine straw. I would rather not had no pine straw at all, pine straw at all, and just use the hoe and just kept the grass out, because we were trying to work through the pine straw. It was crazy. So I invested in me some. As you see, I invested in me some of this weed barrier, not that weed fabric. Now I got a little piece of cheat one in the middle right there. But anyway, don't worry about that. But I invested in me some weed barrier that we gonna take up and reuse every year. We're gonna take this stuff up. So we're not gonna leave it in the garden all year. We're gonna, at the end of the season, we're gonna take it up. We're gonna amend the soil, and then we'll put it back. So we're gonna make sure, you know, everything's straight. But you see, I got my watermelon 2 feet apart in the rows, and from inside the row and from the row, that about a good 6 feet on the other side over there. So that give them plenty of space to come this way, plenty of space to go in the middle, plenty of space to go that way, plenty of space to go that way. So I won't have to worry about them in the grass, and I ain't got to worry about them trying to compete for nutrients with grass and stuff everywhere. And the bugs hiding in the grass. I'm telling you, it make a difference. So yeah, like I said, the watermelon's doing pretty good. I got to keep an eye on them. I got a few X's in here. Other than that, I think we're going to be okay with the watermelon this year, because they ain't going to compete with all that grass, man. Last year, it was crazy. So I learned my lesson this year. So yeah, we will be using weed barrier from now on. Plus, it stopped all my cats. I got like 4 fat cats running around here, and they like to dig around in my stuff, and it kind of help it. I ain't gonna lie, they kind of help them from doing that. Cause boy, I don't like cats. I ain't with all that. That ain't sanitary. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, over here, as you see, these jokers doing their thing. These my Texas 1015 onions, right? Now I grew some last year. Them joke about the size of a goddamn softball. I think I got a short video on the UFC, but them joker was like huge. I ain't gonna lie, they were big. Now these might not get as big as the old one. I ain't gonna cap. These might not get that big, but you see how nice they look. Now you see them though. Bro, man, they got green tops on these jokers. Everybody 3 feet tall, 3 feet long, dog. Look at that. Them jokers tall now. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never really had none the green top grow that tall. And they got some decent bars on them. Now, like I said, these the Texas 1015 ones. I grew these jokers. I started these from seed in October. Right? I started them from seed in October and planted them out here in November. I'm in the zone 8B. South Georgia, so it best to plant ours in the fall over the winter, not the spring. So they don't got snowed on. They don't weather the storm. Even though I put in a little some frost fabric on them, but they don't got snowed in and everything. Now they ain't the biggest bugs, but they just start bubbling. I'm gonna see how big they get. But I don't care about them being that big. All I see, I got consistency though. You notice ain't none of them went to seed on me. Ain't none of them bad boys went to seed. That's what you want to see. When you ain't got no worry about them going to seed on you, they mean they gonna last longer when you put them in storage. So be more worried about that than the actual size. But you see, these jokers ain't went to seed and then they doing what they gotta do. So hopefully they'll start falling over once the nets start falling over on them bad boys. That's how you know they ready. But yeah, so yeah. I stopped to put like I said, I fed them blood meal like once a month all the way to January. I planted them in November out here in the garden. I gave them some blood with December and January, and that's it. So, but yeah, they doing pretty good right now. They doing pretty good. Oh hell with your corn. You see now, last year I planted, this is the biggest size plot of corn I ever grew. Now I ain't gonna lie, we got a few, some taller than other ones because a lot of them didn't germinate when I first planted them. So I had to come in and try to fill the spots up with more, which is doing pretty good so far. They're doing pretty good. Now they might have a few that's taller than the other one throughout the growing process, but it ain't gonna be that far behind. They ain't like a week behind. Some gonna be like a week behind the other ones. They should be fine. These are the super sweet honey select. So you got about a 2-week window with these kind anyway. So I should be good. I should be good. I came out and caught myself thinned about a little bit the other day, but I might have to do it again because I got even more germinating now. But I got 4 rows of these jokers, so I should get plenty of sweet corn this year. I normally grow 3 rows. Next year I might get bold up and try to do double rows and try to do them one on each side. I might get bold and try. Time for me to come in here and look like time for me to water these jokers again. But I got them. You see, I got the drip tape up under these. I like to run the drip tape. I like to bury the drip tape with these anyway. But yeah, I got the drip tape buried with these up under there. So I come out here and hit them for about an hour with the drip line, and then that's it. Do it about probably once every 3 days, if that. Yeah, no matter how hot it is out here. But yeah, sweet corn doing pretty good. Like we'll see how they turn out, y'all. But over here with the peppers and cucumbers. Now, I didn't grow no hot peppers this year. I don't really like. I grow hot pepper, but they end up going to waste. I end up canning some. We don't never eat them. So I realized, now the sweet peppers we eat though, cause we be always making something with them. So I grew this year. I decided to grow nothing but sweet peppers. That's what I decided to do. So hopefully they do what they supposed to do over here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they do what they supposed to do. Look like we got one already coming right there. Got a little baby sweet pepper right there. So that what's up. But yeah, hopefully they do what they got to do. Over here with my cucumbers, I got my little, I don't like to grow them big ones. I like to grow them little small pickling cucumbers. But they doing pretty good. They looking pretty healthy right now. I got it where they going to go up this fence right here. And like I said, even the peppers, man, I like to put a little shade cloth on them. Nothing too dark. Like I said, this is 40% right here. Nothing too dark. But it'll work out, And these jokers done went through a few storms, and they held up. So it can be done. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they're going to take a tornado. But it definitely takes some, ain't none of it taking a tornado, but it'll take a good, hefty storm. So hopefully everything will get to growing good before we even get that type of weather. So yeah, but over here, you're going to have my zinnias. All my zinnias are growing pretty good. I deadheaded them when they was in the house. And I finally planted them out. I got them on double rows, and I got the drip tape going up under these lines right here. So they still getting watered pretty good. And you see they looking pretty healthy also. They looking real good. I'm about to come in here after a while and I'm going to put up my T-post so I like to net these up because they get so tall they'll get to falling over during the wind. And when you net them up, it makes it easier for me to harvest them. Because what I plan on doing like I did last year, I took them to the nursery home and gave them away. So I plan on doing that again. And, just taking the different nursing homes. I even went and passed some out to people women that was at like gas stations. I took some to Taco Bell. I just was taking them everywhere. Cause I'd rather take them and give them away than to let them sit in the garden and just rot on the ground when I harvest them. So I was taking them, giving them away to everybody. Shoot, I might take some to the hospital. I mean, this right here is double roll. You'll be surprised how many zinnias these can put out. A lot. Like you can do a lot of bouquets. I did like little mini bouquet, man. It was amazing. It was dope. I ain't gonna lie. So hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing this year, to put a smile on somebody's face, Over here. Now, these are my squash and my zucchini. Now this shade cloth right here, right? It's say 40%, but it's funny because this is a little darker than the other 40%. I don't know, it's because it's way bigger. It's a different brand. But hopefully it ain't so dark where these fruits can't produce how they supposed to. If I see the first sign of my squash and zucchini not being able to, because I noticed when I first planted them out, they kept drooping with the sunlight. Like I said, the UV be like 9 and 10 already, and it's just not April. So I mean, but if I know that they don't droop anymore, so I'd rather them not stress than the stress. You know what I'm saying? If I can get them to not stress and produce fruit and grow like they supposed to, with this 40% shade cloth, it said 40%. Like I said, it's kind of dark. I mean, it's like 7 o'clock now, so when it's like in the middle of the day, it kind of like be brighter up under here. Now the one back here behind it, now that one getting a flower right there. You see it? That one got a flower on it. But the one back here behind it, it's 40% too. But you see, it seems like it's a little lighter than that one. Like you can see, well, it might not be. I mean, hard to really say. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We ain't gonna stress about it. Long they looking like they healthy, they green, they ain't looking like they struggling. We'll see it. Long they produce some fruit. That's all that really matters. But yeah, they doing pretty good so far. They doing pretty good. Over here is my cabbages. I've been growing. I planted these jokers March the 1st, I think. March the 1st. It also got the little 40% drip. I'm sorry, drip. Got the 40% shade cloth on. Let's see. You can see. Let's see. Can we see these jokers? Oh, yeah. See, joker big. You know, I got insect in there on them joker too. So we got insect in there, so we protecting them joker from all these bugs. We don't want none of that on them. You see, we get some nice healthy plants with that 40% shade on there. Now this other one I ran out. I got another 40% shade cloth, but it's so big. So I put an old, I think it's like a 70 or 90% shade cloth. That is a 90%. It might be overkill, but not for the, I don't know, not for the, we'll see. They might still grow head on them, but for these cabbages, it might not be, man, because like I said, the UV be so bright. That the cabbages probably don't mind this heavy shade on them. We'll really see. But you see, they doing pretty good. They ain't looking like they stressing. We're gonna see how big the head get on these joker though. But they look like they doing pretty good. But yeah, so everything looking pretty good out here in the garden, man. I ain't gonna lie. Everything doing what they supposed to do. I just want to give y'all a little quick view of what we had going on. I hadn't did a actual whole video in a while. But I just wanted to show y'all. We'll do another update. You have any questions, let me know. But yeah, that shade cloth making a difference, I ain't gonna lie. So if you ain't never bought no shade cloth to go over your stuff, get you some 40% shade cloth. I'm telling you, it helps, man. Especially these harsh days when the sun just beaming and beating up your plants. And also when it get to the point where your stuff start flowering and the sun like cooking it, and then the flowers falling off. They can't even produce fruit. Like this one getting a little fruit on it right now. So yeah, you definitely want to invest in you some shade cloth if you can. And like I said, man, I just want to show y'all the garden, show y'all what I had going on. So you have any questions, let me know, man. If you just enjoyed the video, let me know. If you watched the whole video, give me some green hearts. Give me some green hearts if you watched the whole video, See how the algorithm going out here. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Like I said, you got any questions, let me know. Carbon Root checking out. Peace.